Hello everyone, welcome to my studio. I just returned from a wonderful trip to the island of Kauai in Hawaii. I brought along with me this wonderful 9" by 12" Rembrandt watercolor sketchbook, which has 30 pages in it. And I brought my beautiful Diamond 580 TWSBI refillable ink pen with De Atramentis archival ink in it, and a set of these fabulous Silver Brush Voyage paintbrushes. So I'd like to share with you my sketchbook and tell you all about my wonderful trip. This is my Rembrandt 9" by 12" sketchbook, and these are the two palettes that I took along with me. Each one of these holds 12 different colors, so no colors are the same in this box and this box, but they're each complete sets of warm and cool colors of each of the primary hues. And this one is a more rich, warm set with some more colors that are semi-transparent, whereas this is more of a classic set of colors. I have several videos where I show you how to paint with these small sets, and they're just really great to travel with. As you can see, they're pretty deep, so they hold a lot of paint. And I found these on Amazon. Okay, so this is my 9" by 12" sketchbook, and it has a hardcover, really nice book with 30 pages. I wanted to start the trip with making a map of the island and listing some of the places where we were going to go and also where we stayed. So we stayed down here in a place called Lawai Bay on Kukui'ula. And Kukui'ula has a harbor, and we had a view of this harbor from our lanai. I added a few fun things to the map, like a turtle, a sea turtle, a dolphin, a nice seabird, the lighthouse, and a ukulele. And we took a couple of day trips, so we went all around the island this way, and we ended up in Princeville and Honolulu, and we stopped at Anini Beach. And so I always had my sketchbook with me, and it was easy to take anywhere in my little beach tote bag with these small watercolor sets. So I was always ready to go if I saw something I really wanted to paint. So this was the first painting I did. This I did on the plane, actually. These sets are small enough that you can take them and paint in a small cramped plane seat. And this is the valley in Honolulu with the taro fields and things. And it's okay, it's a little bit colorful. I also did this painting of a sunset on the plane, just playing around with lava rocks, coconut palms, and some sunset colors. And I did this one, which is not a good painting, but I was playing around with the rainbow. He's kept me busy. So this is the first painting I did the first morning we were on our lanai looking at the sunrise. The sun was rising over here and casting beautiful shadows of the palm trees into the sandy beach and into the water. And this was a nice dive boat that was moored in Kukui'ula Bay. There was a picnic area over here and a pretty house, and it was just a gorgeous morning. So I really like the feeling of this painting, and every time I look at it, it makes me think of our first morning waking up in this beautiful, special place. Then we went snorkeling, and I saw green sea turtle, so I wanted to come back and do a sketch of the turtle while it was still fresh in my mind. But I did Google this picture, and then I painted the reef scene from my memory of snorkeling. And these are little yellow tangs, which were everywhere. So really pretty little bright colorful fish, and I really like these little red sea urchins. This is the Grand Hyatt Resort and Spa, which we visited, and it had amazing landscaping and gorgeous plants. And so I just did this fun sketch with a monstera leaf and some crotons and some pretty palm trees. One of them was blooming. And then there were lots of these little mynah birds all over the resort, and they were really kind of cheeky and noisy. And so I put 3 of them in the painting, one here, and one here. The next day we took a day trip and we went up to Honolulu Beach, and I got to do stand-up paddling on the Wailua River, which was really special. This color palette is Honolulu in the late afternoon. So we were just sitting in our beach chairs looking at the beautiful sky was pretty cloudy and overcast, but on overcast days, the colors really seem to glow. So I really like this view, and I put the catamaran that was moored in the bay in the kind of in the center of the painting. It was sort of the center of interest in this one. This is another view of Kukui'ula Bay, a little further over, and again with sunrise colors of the lavender and orange that were really beautiful. This is Kukui'ula Bay again, but this is the view looking south. So you can tell I spent a lot of time on my lanai every morning, drinking coffee and doing beautiful sketches of the view, which was different every single day. We went to the Sheraton in Poipu, and this cute little chicken family showed up. And so I put the mama chicken and some little chicks and the rooster into this painting. And they were just walking around on the green grass, and the ocean is back here. And this is a very fresh, fun painting that makes me smile. This is another sunrise in Kukui'ula Bay. This one I did without any ink. I just quickly did it with pencil and paint. I was trying to capture the pastel colors of the sky, just looking straight out at the ocean without anything in the foreground except this palm tree. So I'm really happy with how this one turned out. It has a nice watery watercolor feeling. We went snorkeling again, and I saw lots of reef fish, including Moorish idols, which are a couple of my favorite fish. So I painted them. And this beautiful parrotfish. I really like the colors in this one, especially around his face. And this is a cleaner wrasse. These are tiny fish, but they're really, really bright yellow and beautiful little fish to see. So at the place where we stayed, they had a lanai or a deck down at on the bottom floor. And this is looking out at the bay from the bottom floor, and they had a rainbow colored hammock strung up between two coconut palm trees. So this is another morning coffee sketch. A little chicken came by walking around. Chickens are everywhere on Kauai. And this greenery here, these are little ferns that grow out of the bottom of the coconut trees when they're old and leaning over. And they're called lawai ferns. So anyway, they're really pretty. This is Tunnels Beach. We went for another day trip up to Hanalei, but we went past Hanalei and we kept going almost to the end of the road, and there's a beautiful beach called Tunnels, and this view of this pointy mountain is really famous. It's been in some movies, and we had planned to go snorkeling because this is supposed to be the best snorkel beach on the island, but the waves were just gigantic. So I drew some lines out here for the waves, but they were really, really big. So we didn't snorkel that day. And this is another view of that same bay a little later in the afternoon. And there were chickens on the beach. This rooster was looking for handouts, and he's so pretty. So I really liked putting him in the painting. I thought the deep blue colors in his feathers sort of went with the deep blue purple colors that I saw on the distant mountain. And this is the tree we were sitting under in both of these pictures. These are ironwood trees. This one here too. So I like to always put something in the foreground that tells a little bit of the story of where I was. Then we went to this famous hotel called the One Hotel in Hanalei Bay, and we had a quick drink there. This is my Mai Tai, and I rushed through the sketch a little bit, but it shows how we were looking over Hanalei Bay and the mountains, and these were some banana trees down here on the left. And my Mai Tai. I like to do drink sketches. When we were on the beach, we saw this beautiful red outrigger canoe, and it was sitting in front of these trees, which are called lauhala trees. And these are used, the leaves from these trees are used for weaving by the Hawaiians. This is a really beautiful painting also. And these little vines on the beach are called naupaka. They have little purple flowers, and they kind of grow in a weaving pattern, a sort of a crisscross pattern across the sand. So I did do this sketch from photos in the evening, but there are photos that I took on the beach while we were walking. This is the golf course view that we could see from our kitchen window. This is the Poipu Bay Golf Course in Kaloa, and I'm really happy with how this mountain turned out. And this is a ukulele that we bought at the Allerton National Botanical Gardens. It's a kala ukulele, and it has a pretty hibiscus painted pattern on it that I really, really like. So when we got home, I put this on one of my husband's Hawaiian shirts because I just like the patterns of the painted flowers on the ukulele and the patterns of the painted scenery on the Hawaiian shirt. And so I thought that made a nice combination, and I put that together. So this is the very last sketch. This is another sketch of my ukulele on a different Hawaiian shirt, kind of like the yellow and gold colors against the blue. So I thought that was another fun design. I have a few pages left. I got 16 sketches done in 6 days, which is pretty good. And I will be finishing this book out with pictures that I took from the trip. And that is my Kauai Sketchbook. I hope that this little quick tour of my sketchbook encourages you or inspires you to do some travel sketching. And it's a lot of fun. It's a wonderful way to create a book of memories. And you'll be surprised when you go back and look at your sketchbook how vividly you can recall what was going on that day when you look at your sketches versus when you look at photos that you took, which are just, quick snap. So if you haven't already done so, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I have lots of exciting watercolor painting videos and other videos all about art. Thanks for watching.